For so many of us, ministry with the poor is close to our hearts. In part, that is, because it was on the heart, perhaps you could even say it was the heart of our Master, Jesus Christ.
Of the entire repertoire of our global choir, no selection would more warm the heart and please the spirit of our Lord than a worldwide chorus of ministry to this important population. In the words of John Wesley, solidarity with the poor includes not only a positive concern for their welfare, but a protest against concrete forms of injustice.
Authentic ministry with the poor is relational, led with and by the poor, in mutual relationship with others who are more privileged. Ministry with the poor strives to break down class, racial, and ethnic barriers that are obstacles to self-empowerment, self-determination, leadership development, and equal opportunity.
It's nearly impossible to apply quantifiable numbers to our ministry with the poor. We could estimate the number of lives saved from the distribution of thousands of mosquito nets. We could add up all the meals served to the hungry by local churches, tally educational opportunities afforded to low-income students, or continue counting the number of United Methodist volunteers in mission who visited Haiti in the past 3 years.
But what we are talking about here is not a linear measurement. We very deliberately use the word with, which means that every time we reach out to address poverty interactively, mutually, in connection, hopefully the lives of those living in poverty are changed. Our lives are changed, and maybe the lives of people we tell, and the people they tell, and on and on. It's contagious.
It could well be a transformation of the world.
It can be simple outreach.
For instance, a few months ago, a small group of United Methodist youth traveled to rural Sierra Leone to experience life as subsistence farmers, hoeing and plowing alongside their African hosts. Misconceptions from both sides of the ocean were obliterated and transformative insight spurred real friendship.
I knew you had wanted to know, to get knowledge, how we do our own things here. So it's very educative that you travel from there to here and to learn about our culture and the way of doing things.
And for them to leave their comfortable zone and come with us here, dwell with us, eat the food we eat, do the things we do, we feel blessed.
Everything we've talked about can be tied back to our ministries with the poor. We are witnessing transformation not only on an individual level, but collectively. It might be through a poor being built between the Roma in Europe and the Southern and Central European Conference. It might be the empowerment of immigrants as we listen to their stories and guide them through a complex legal system.
It might be providing appropriate, available technology through ICT 4D information and communications technology for development. Imagine replacing 40-year-old textbooks with e-readers that are updatable and powered through solar energy. Imagine a computer lab like this one in Haiti that promotes community empowerment through the use of ruggedized equipment that can withstand harsh conditions and low power availability.
Everybody wanted to go to the laboratory to learn and to touch the screen, to touch the keyboard, to use the mouse. They were so enthusiastic and they just wanted to live in the computer rooms.
And they can connect to the larger world to share their voice. But the transformation is not just occurring far away. Our church continues to minister right here in the United States. For example, you'd think that ministry with any real results would be nearly insurmountable in the inner city of Detroit. 50 years ago, a walk through Detroit would reveal children happily playing and people navigating busy streets with hope in their hearts and a little money in their pockets. It's a much different picture today. Poverty, unemployment, crime, corruption, and urban decay have resulted in a mass exodus of the city. Left behind are vulnerable, lost souls, but there are also those with faith and spirit to look them in the eyes and to say, "We can get through this, and we'll do it together."
To sort of fix an individual isn't nearly enough. You have to have a whole community coming back to life so that the quality is improved for everyone.
You know, most of my guys 2 years ago, they were on the streets. They were probably using, they were probably suffering from untreated mental illness. Unemployment here in Detroit being what it is, these guys are not hireable. They're simply not.
CAST takes people from wherever they are right now and gives them the opportunity to become productive members of our community.
At CAST Community, they have a green gym, and in the gym they have these bikes, and while you're pedaling, you are creating energy.
The electricity that we make from the bikes helps to power 2 rooms that we use for green industries right now. The first room is what we call our mud mat room, and it's where we take illegally dumped tires that we collect and convert them into mud mats and employ homeless men or formerly homeless men in the process. The second room is a document destruction room where we employ 50 developmentally disabled people to sort and shred paper and cardboard and x-rays.
Previously unemployed or homeless people can now have a job, and they have something to be proud in because they have a product they can make.
They put me in a place where I can sit down and actually evaluate my situation in life. And they help you. They got programs that help you, and they make sure that you're doing something with your life.
It's more than a job. It is, they feel totally, they're part of the CAST family.
I've been learning how to become a man, so it's giving my integrity back, my dignity back, and pride back.
We let them see what's possible, but they do it. And there is a pride in that. There's a dignity in that.
To be able to provide jobs for these guys, it's about the most satisfying thing in the world. But this is why I do what I do. This is it.
By providing the resources to local churches to help people rethink their relationships with the poor, the United Methodist Church is changing the dialogue and encouraging a new way for young people who see church as a verb. And if church is a verb, its synonym is connecting.